Welcome back to the channel, lads and ladies, and today we get to take a look at Pilot784 cubed in the Ersatz M10, or you might say the Panther M10. Maybe you could call this the War Crimes Panther, but tonight, on this spoovy Halloween night, he got a pumpkin on his tank. We're speeding up time to get to the good part, and he's going trick-or-treating. So tonight, it's the trick-or-treat Panther. Alright, let's see what kind of sweet reward Pilot784 can get for his efforts today. For those of you that are not aware of the Panther M10, it is part of a harebrained scheme, a desperate ploy to disguise Panthers as American tanks, and they thought, you know what, it's about the right shape to look like an M10 American Wolverine tank destroyer, so why don't we equip our guys to look like that? So they put some paper mache armor on there. It's just as far as I'm aware, it's just regular steel, not even hardened steel. So yeah, it didn't really work out, and it was just one of those desperate plots toward the end of the war that never really worked the way they wanted it to. Being sneaky rarely does work out, and you see the M18 getting finished off by the machine gun, no less. He was not being sneaky enough. And now Pilot784 cubed, moving into the little village, takes a shot into the M18, quick reload. Looks like that one didn't really go anywhere. Thank you, M18, for showing the booty. Hull break as the round travels even into the crew compartment, but taking out that engine. And now a little bit of what appears to be, some nice tasty replay bugs. But it ends with the death of, what is that, a comet? Cromwell? Oh, I think that's a comet. It's the quickie boy Brit with the long 75, I want to say. Is it a 17-pounder? I think it's a little modified version of the 17-pounder that you find on the Sherman Firefly. It's a little bit shorter barrel, but essentially the same gun. And with 3 kills already, Pilot784 cubed is having a good day. Took a long, hard look at that French tank just to remember whose side it's on. You're with us today, Vici. And moving forward, he's nicely secured the capture point, and now it's all about chasing the allies back to their spawn. Another shot, one into the M18, taking him down with the hull break and wiping out the crew just for good measure. Now he's lining up his shot, trying to get over the hill, and a beautiful takedown on the already damaged Hori. Nicely done. It is the Hori, isn't it? Those Japanese tanks, the names confuse me a small bit. Now, himself undaunted, Pilot784, already with an ace, continues to push toward the enemy spawn, chasing the enemy down in the only direction they can be found. He's seeing some spots light up on his map. I can spot that, looks like a Sherman Jumbo or a 76 Sherman off to the right, but he didn't see him there. He's focused on the already dead M18. That's interesting. I didn't notice that Sherman the first time I watched that video. Isn't it fun to watch a replay and realize all the things that you missed? Now, Pilot784 has had some good tactical awareness up to this point, so he can't really be faulted for missing out on that enemy. And look at this, his entire team has surrounded the A point, and yet an allied tank has managed to slip in undetected up to this point, getting strafed by aircraft. Can Pilot show up before his team takes down the interloper? We're about to find out. There he is, M18 once again taken down with a nice shot that shreds through the crew and wipes out the vehicle with a hull break to add insult to injury. Man, he's taken down a lot of M18s so far, but at this battle rating, that's a reasonable thing to encounter M18 at, I believe, what is it, 5.3? Am I right on that battle rating? Anyway, it can perform well at just about any battle rating between 4 and say about 6.3. M24, there's a tank that's not all that competitive at this tier. Not much he can do against a Panther from the front. And now he's got a choice to take. Pilot's taking fire from the left, but he finishes off the M24, whirls around to face whoever it was that shot at him. Now he's searching the horizon, trying to find out where that shot came from. I saw something off to his right, but it looks like Pilot didn't notice that in the midst of his search. It's always harder to spot things when you're actually driving a tank than, oh, shot comes into the side from that direction. And this is the point where I would go, you had a good run, but it's time to go back to the hangar, or into another vehicle, I should say. But the fire continuing to burn, just now being put out by Pilot784. This is clench time. Clench your butts. This isn't going to be good. So it looks like he's finally met someone that can pick on him a little bit. This is an M26 at range, which is always a difficult foe to face. M26 with its powerful gun for this battle rating can easily deal with a Panther under the right circumstances, and he's already gotten one good solid shot into Pilot's side. Now Pilot just a bit low, it looks, on his aim. Shot dips into the dirt just above that M26, and because of the good gun depression on the M26, he's able to dip rounds over that hillside and only expose his fairly well protected turret, with the gun mantlet and turret armor being reasonably thick for this battle rating on the M26. Once you get into 6.7, 7.7, that starts to matter a whole lot less, but against the Panther it poses a fairly reasonable challenge. The only way to really punch through an M26 with the Panther's gun when it's in this position is to put a round directly through the middle of the mantlet, or manage to avoid those angled sides of the gun mantlet, because those are rather tricky to punch through. Trying to spot the M26 now with his machine gun, or maybe just alert his team as to the position of the enemy. And you can also notice 50 cal tracer fire coming from just to the right. He sees the M26 peeking over the hill, this time just a bit high. Again, really tough target to hit from this range and in this position. All the cards are definitely in favor of the enemy M26, so Pilot takes a rather bold choice here and decides to push up. He is taking fire from his right. Was that an ally shooting him? I don't know. So we'll just have to see how this plays out. More CAS coming in the form of an IL-2 being fired upon actively by the enemy. At this point, the Pilot is aware of the enemy vehicle off to his right. Looks like a Sherman Firefly. Could it be? Some kind of long-nosed Sherman. And that looks like a replay bug. Oh, it was an M18. Yet another. Is he up to the what? 6 M18s that he shot so far in this battle? 5 or 6? I think 5. There's an enemy M16 gets taken down by the IL-2 with rockets. That was pretty scenic. This has overall been a beautiful battle, just as far as the visuals are concerned. And Pilot here, piloting his tank very effectively. Always nice to see the Ersatz M10 doing well. All of the Panthers are fairly reliable medium tanks. They've got good armor, but a little bit lower mobility when compared with things like the T-34-85. However, on par fairly well with things such as the M26 or the Sherman. Now, pushing aggressively, he's taking this chance, watching his flank as he advances on the enemy's spawn. This is always a tricky position to find yourself in. You have the enemy who can spawn in on your left and have a significant amount of time under spawn protection. Now he's pushing up to where that M26 was. Will he be able to chase him down and finish him off? There he is. Dip the round down. Nicely done with the suspension shot. A beautiful trick there. Now he's closing in to finish off the wounded foe. It's been a great fight, and the guy J's out of the vehicle in a nod to historical realism. If your turret crew gets taken out, I would be jumping out of that hatch as well. Now Pilot spots, is this another M18? Sweet delicious Halloween candy. And a hit goes into the enemy crew compartment, taking down all of the turret crew and hitting the vehicle hard, but not managing to get that hull break. Holding off on the MGs. Now Pilot is lining up the shot. It's now through the tree, long distance. That is a good shot into the enemy engine, giving him that hull break and scoring him his 10th kill for the match. That's going to be all the kills that Pilot784 gets for this match, and you can tell where the round is going from here. All in all, nicely done. Pilot784 going door to door, trick-or-treating all the M18s in the neighborhood and taking home fistfuls of RP. Well done, lad. Nicely done. And Pilot has sent me several fantastic replays that I have yet to take a good look at. But you guys, take a good look at this Ersatz M10, a true treasure as an event vehicle for the German tree, and a real treat tonight. Trick or treat. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.